It's been a little while since I did a video, but my last video of Bitcoin, I said 90k was my target. We've now started to see a bit of that move, and I just wanted to kind of update where I think we're going to bottom, where the market could possibly bottom. So my theory has changed slightly from 90k. Yes, I think we might get a bounce at 90k and fill this kind of fair value gap, maybe come back up to 97, but ultimately I don't think this is going to be the bottom. The reason I don't think this is going to be the bottom is because of tether dominance. So tether dominance here has been putting in kind of like a year and a half long, what now looks to be like an accumulation range. And we are just getting into the kind of expansion phase of this. So I've marked here a kind of target. Now the target is this fair value gap up here. You can see it on the daily. We have a huge gap here, which I now think this accumulation range should end up filling. Now, with that being said, obviously we might get a bit of chop, come down here at 90k, and then ultimately fill that. But this is a 26%, around 26% move. So if we look for this fair value gap to get filled on tether dominance, and we transition that over to Bitcoin, you will see that we have a similar drawdown level. Just move this. We have a similar drawdown level for Bitcoin here, 23, 24. If you add on the fact that ETH and some alts might pull it lower, tether dominance will go up to 26. It looks like to me that we actually may bottom here at 75k. If that's the case, I do believe we're going to see an abnormal cycle and we're going to see an extended cycle. If we bottom here at 90k, really I'd be looking for a kind of third tap at the highs here. That would be a lot more kind of macro bearish for me. That would be a bearish scenario. The bullish scenario for me, and this is talking 75k, I think this means that we get an extended cycle here, whether we do something like this, but ultimately go up. So 75k for me, while I think that's now going to be the target, I think in the long run, that's actually a good thing for the market. If we bottom around 90, I think it's setting up for a bigger blow off. But 75k, then it starts to look a bit more like an accumulation setup, a macro accumulation setup for the next leg. So whilst I think we do get significant drawdown, I do think it's going to be a good thing for the market going forward. So I'm kind of sitting idle and watching. I have a little bit of a short from kind of just under 100k when we broke it. I'll probably take half of that at 90k profit, and then I'll let the other half run to 75k. But I do think it comes, so just be careful. Don't try and knife catch this, because I think it can get a lot worse than what people are saying on X. And yeah, we'll see. But my price prediction has changed now from 90k, which I was calling a long time back actually. If you've watched my videos, I now think we go even lower, 75k, and then we can start to see some market and wide relief, and the 4-year cycles go out the window. But hope that helps. Hope everyone's doing good with this kind of sell-off that we're having. But I think there is hope on the other side, so stick with it. Peace.